Hey, and welcome back to Spiritfarer. Today is going to be a different episode of sorts. I'm gonna have to, finalize some thoughts here. But first of all, it's nighttime. It's probably the perfect time. First of all, let's check out the one quest that I have to do, which is let Astrid live her best life. And this seems to be on a timer. And this is also why I think that this episode might be actually the perfect one for what I want to do, even though that was kind of just random that it actually, coincided with this episode. And that is the following. Today, like earlier today, I woke up and I just edited like a few episodes, right? Like I sometimes do that before really starting the day. And I reached the episode, like just 2 episodes ago, where I said goodbye to Giovanni, right? And we met Hades again. And during that episode, I basically had to put up like an editor's note because I wasn't sure of like Rose's relationship to Stella anymore. I for some reason always like in the back of my mind had her like memorized as like Stella's grandmother. And this is like how we know Summer basically, right? But she was, our aunt. Which, that's fine. It wasn't like a big deal, but I just had to check because for some reason I thought maybe there was like another person in there connecting, like I guess the relationship here. Also, while I'm at it, I kind of want to see if I can figure out who Atul is. Can I sit here? I need a snoring. Does that work? Because we had no chance to look at that yet. Oh, on the right. That's definitely Atul's smile. That's sweet. Anyway, let me finish my thoughts. So basically I did that. I had to put those notes, and for that I had to rewatch certain elements of the story. It's something I already get to do. Like I only rewatch them like once while I'm editing. I double speed just to make sure that like audio is fine. Like sometimes I need to like cut out like certain segments and stuff, and I generally don't remember. Like I would have to write notes while doing it if I didn't want to watch the episode. That's like the easiest way for me to do that. But it still means that, especially with like episodes that I've recorded like months ago, right? Like the whole summer quest line at this point is like 3 or 4 months ago, when I recorded those. I think I recorded them like very early in the year, like I think January or something like that. Yeah, that's like quite some time ago, so I didn't quite remember everything, so I had to like recheck some things, and it also gave me some time to think in a way, because after I was done editing, I stepped into the shower. I do that in the morning. But the problem is that the shower is the best place to think, so I got to thinking. And the truth is, I'm obviously not here with like a full theory about like what is going on, but like I have some ideas, I guess, that I kind of want to go after in a way. And then I say, like, what's going on, I mean, like, the whole story. And that is the biggest question that I've had for like, quite some time is, how are all the people connected to Stella? Because it seems like there has to be, like, some sort of connection. And there are some that's, like, really easy, like Summer, again, aunt, right, like, married the biological aunt. We have Atul as our uncle. We had Gwen as, like, Stella's childhood friend, best friend. I'm not sure if like I think they were like explicitly best friends, right? At least like old friends. And who else do we have? We have Beth, who said that we moved in upstairs, which is important. We have Gustav, which I think is rather interesting, because Gustav, I think we've not necessarily known before, but he sometimes talked about like how we have assisted him in like a certain task already. But I'm not sure, like I was never sure whether that was just like since he was on the boat or before, because like sometimes there's no clarity. We had Alice, who was just a sweet old lady who seemed to not have known us before. We have Bruce and Mickey. I have no idea how they fit into everything. At least I didn't have an idea how to fit into everything. We have Buck, who's like completely disconnected. I have like no idea if he's like any relationship to anyone here, right? Did I skip anyone? Astrid and Giovanni are also both like kind of question marks, because I don't quite get how I know them, right? They seem to be like also the oldest on the ship, or like were the oldest, like, with their war stories, which, seem to be like somewhat credible. Did I skip any spirit? I would feel bad if I skipped one. I think that might be all of them. Anyway, so, how are they all connected? Well, what if, and like hear me out, this is like not a full theory. Like, obviously this is a game, right? Like with like its liberties and how it's connecting everything and stuff, but like games are obviously not just products, they're also art. And if I've learned anything about like art, that's like the one thing that I was supposed to learn like back in German class, is that sometimes you have to interpret some stuff, right? And to me, it's like... How do I put it? This whole situation is either like a... I call it like a metaphor, I guess? Oh, that's laksa. Okay, I was right about that. That was like the dish I was making before. So it's just rice flour and the spicy stuff. I'm gonna cook like something else. Let's put some milk in there. I think it takes some time. Anyway, let's return. I want to sit somewhere while I'm talking about stuff. Where was I? So either this is a metaphor for, or it is a... Okay, there's at least one possible reading, right? Like, I'm not saying that this is guaranteed the right thing. Either this is a metaphor for, or it is basically a... How do I put it? There's like a term for that I'm thinking of. It's kind of an... That's not the right term. It's like an escapist illusion of Stella's for hospitals. It's like my theory here. Okay, why am I thinking that? So... I was thinking about that because, like, there are, like, multiple points that always made me, I guess, question the reality of the boat, right? Like, we are kind of in a version of, like, River Styx, I think, right? Like, we had, like, Karen in the very beginning. That's, like, the biggest thing. And then, like, we are getting bringing people to the afterlife. Okay, there are, like, a few things that I always thought of were, like, a little bit weird. First of all, I said, like, first of all, I'm gonna bring them up in, like, no particular order. Alice. And I don't like talking about Alice because, like, thinking about Alzheimer's and, you know, memory loss makes me extremely sad, but, how do I put it? When I think of a soul, I think about, like, something immutable, right? I don't really believe in a soul, that's, like, the next thing. But, like, if I'm thinking about, like, a soul in a story or, like, in a fictional setting, I think about, like, something immutable. This is, like, the essence of yourself. Why did Alice degrade, though, like, her memory, and so quickly? Right? This would make a lot more sense if she was like a physical person still, right? And this was like one of the things. There are like a few other things that tie us into the hospital, but like this is like kind of the starting off point that I always had like a thought about. So, what would be our connection here? Well, if we are at the hospital, there are like basically three versions. I think it's like the third one. First one, we are visiting. They're like friends of ours in the hospital. Wouldn't really make sense why we're working so much with the spirits, so. We could be a doctor, but I'm gonna be completely honest here, I don't think we would be. I think we would be the third thing, which is a nurse, just because of like the task that we are getting here, right? We, in this situation, we don't really heal the patients. Or like the spirits on this boat, right? I'm gonna call them patients in this metaphor, obviously. We don't get to do that. We only are here to make sure that they're comfortable for their journey. Basically. And that's like probably the easiest way to put this. And it would only make sense if like Stella was like a nurse in this circumstance, because otherwise, again, like I don't really know why we would be doing those jobs. Obviously, I'm not sure if this is like a metaphor for this, right? Like this game just happening the way it is, and there's just like the connection that I can, you know, put there because there's like a similarity there. Or if this is like literally Stella escaping into her mind and like seeing the world like this too. I guess a coping mechanism, that's probably a better word for it. I guess a coping mechanism for her situation, especially dealing with like the death of, well, family and friends. And talking about deaths, right? Like there are like some other things that I've thought about. So, okay, no. Let's start at another point, because I talk about like this as an escapist kind of fantasy, whatever you want to call it, like a coping mechanism. There's like one thing why I really strongly believe in that, and that is we have seen Stella's past in parts, at least. At least I'm assuming, right? Like we have, whenever we had like these heavy scenes, we only had like 2 of them. We had seen like some images of like certain characters that are like different colors, or like different colors in general. There's like a golden figure that is like in every single one. I think that's just Stella. And if that is true, then we have seen her as a child, and we also have seen her as as an adult, right? And like we are definitely not the adult version of Stella. If that is true, then we would be a child version, not like the really small child, like you know, riding bicycle child, but like, you know, still very young. Even though like the big head from like later still came up. Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you in a second, Beth. I'm sorry, I need to finish my thoughts here because I'm never going to get them out. And again, like, I have to record this now because I just had those thoughts in the shower. So, This is basically like, why are we a child? Is obviously like the big question. Well, because we are in a situation where we have no power. Right, like this is like at least how I would read it. And it would make a lot of sense, right? Like you're in a situation, you see your family members, your friends, and you're completely helpless. Right, like as a helpless child, you don't really have power, you can just be there basically for them. Okay, now talking about the deaths. These are not necessarily, like I call them deaths here, right? Like whenever we bring them to the Everdor, this is definitely like that would be in this metaphor like the end of their life, right? Like the proper end, where you have to properly say goodbye to them, right? Like they are not just spirits, they're like physical beings, right? And you are there with them like on the last leg of their journey. Okay. There are like a few things where I would say that makes a lot of sense, right? Like again, physical bodies and stuff. There's obviously Gwen, who's been smoking a lot, right? Like we still have her old lighter, for example, and it's like an old lighter, right? Like she's probably smoked a lot. Lung cancer would make sense, right? Like I'm obviously not a doctor, but that's like the first thing that I would be thinking about, like when I'm thinking about like someone smoking a lot. Where is it? Special? Where is it? The lighter? Here. An old lighter with barely any fluid left, yeah. Think about it, like if it's an old lighter, it's statistically more likely than anything else. It would make sense. And Gwen escaping back to her home, right? Again, like this ocean obviously would be more or less a mixture of like the hospital and the city, I'm assuming. You know? But that would also explain why spirits can just leave the boat and like go somewhere else. Right? Like the boat is probably like in a way the hospital setting. Obviously, we wouldn't be responsible for like building farms and stuff. This is more, again, like a metaphor, right? Like, and some of this is just like the, I guess, a bit of liberty, like creative liberty or whatever I want to call it, because this is a game, right? Like, you still have like to do stuff, but like I could see like putting up some plant pots, and it's like the garden now, right? And like it just looks so impressive because we have like the Everlight, but in reality, like everything we're doing is like a lot smaller. Just a theory, though, right? Again, I might be reading too much into this, but this is kind of where my thoughts went. So this makes sense. So the reason why I thought about like causes of death was actually because I had to read through like Summer's dialogue. And obviously she was talking about like the dragon, right, that's coming back regularly, and how she only encountered the dragon because she used to use like a lot of chemicals, right? Like, and the first thought is obviously, hey, a lot of chemicals, you have like something returning. Cancer, quite likely. Statistically, probably something like breast cancer, right? Like, let's be honest. Just statistically, quite likely. And I also thought about like a mini game about like chipping away at the dragon, but it always comes back, and it always comes back. I definitely can see like the connection, right? Like with chemotherapy and therapy and like surgeries and all that stuff. I could absolutely see that be a way to read that. I'm not 100% sure about Gwen. Like, because we have like the weird jellies, but I could also just very loosely coughing up some gunk. I don't know, like I'm not a chain smoker, luckily, right? Like, and most of the smokers I know, like in real life, have stopped, which is, you know, something. Right, like stuff like that. We have Giovanni with like the stars, right? Like I think, how do I put it? We do know that he was like part of the war, so and he's also talking about like how you barely survive basically doing his minigame, right? Like I think that there's like more of a connection. We had Alice with like her thoughts about like her youth and like how she still thought that she was young, even though like her body quickly deteriorated, and like how she took care or like played with like the little children, for example, and that this was like something she wanted to do, which is like where that connection comes, right? With the pillbugs, right? Stuff like that, right? Like you see, like there's like a lot of web that I have to go through, and probably a lot of it doesn't necessarily 100% make sense. But I wanted to talk about Atul, right? Like this is like the next thing, because Atul was like, I was quite sure, like even during recording, that like the person in Division was Atul, and like Stella sitting next to Atul while he was like in the hospital bed. I thought that because I think the flowers are the same, and obviously Atul was the green spirit, like in the beginning. And the color of the person in the bed is also green. It made me think about like something. I don't actually know like how real that is. Like I've heard about it like oftentimes, and like some people, I don't know if it's like just anecdotal evidence or like actual evidence. about people before they're dying. I don't actually know what a duel die to, but before they're dying, they sometimes have like a day of clarity. Basically, and this is like kind of what I'm thinking of with like the, I guess the goodbye sequence in a way. Because like, we had like one final day where, look at that 11. Where, like he was, you know, of clear mind, he was generally relatively fit. But he had like this last hurrah, I guess, during the dinner scene. And I guess also like the preparation for it. And then he, I guess like there's like this at least my understanding, right? Like you have like the last hurrah and then there's like just a crash and that's kind of it. And this is also why we didn't get to say goodbye to him. Because, right, he had like the last chance and then I guess he went comatose and then he passed away. In a sleep, I'm assuming. Right, it's also why we saw Stella on the bed next to him. That's like all I can read here, basically. And this is also, again, why we can't say goodbye here, while we got the chance to say goodbye to, like, everyone else. We obviously still have, like, Gustav here, who is working on, like, his last exposition, I guess. While his body is degrading, I don't know what's exactly up with him, but I do know people who have, like, issues, right, like, due to sickness, due to other disabilities, where, like, their body is degrading faster than their mind, a lot faster, and sometimes that also happens in, like, early years, which also brings me kinda to Buck, because he's, like, by far the youngest, it seems, right, like, there was, like, the note that, like, this layer is what he needs as a teenager. Obviously thinking, like, Make-A-Wish Foundation kind of thing, but, like, maybe, who knows? I don't know if I want to read too much into that yet. We still have, like, Buck and Mickey, but, like, they talked about, like, their past, and it seemed like a really rough past. I could see there being complications that probably make them end up in the hospital. I don't know, that's just, like, how I'm thinking. The bullying makes a lot more sense if we read them as, like, scared of potential death. Right, kind of situation. Who else am I forgetting? Oh yeah, Beth talking about like us moving in upstairs, moving into like a I guess nurse's dormitory. I'm gonna call it. And that is probably a better term for that, right? When like I was in the hospital for a few months when I was younger. Luckily for nothing too life-threatening or anything like that, but I still had to spend like a lot of quite some weeks there, just because the hospital I had to do like my procedures wasn't in my city where I lived, and I had to like there was like a 3 or 4 hour drive, and it just didn't make sense for me to like come home before I was ready, basically, right? So I spent like a few weeks there, and I met like a lot of people there, and like obviously you see like the nurses who are already awake like at 4 a.m. They sometimes sleep there, right? Stuff like that. I could see that, like if we are going for the interpretation that we are nurse here. Didn't forget anyone else. Bruce and Mickey, Astrid. Yeah, good stuff. We talk about Beverly. Astrid. I mean, if she's just old right at the end of her life, like we know that she and Giovanni both experienced the war. If we interpret that like to our real life, then they are quite old, right? If they were like teenagers during... I don't know which war exactly they're talking about. We could go for like world wars or something like that. That would be, right, like... If they were born like around 25 to 30-ish, if going by like their ages, right? They are quite old at this point, right? So I could see why they are here and giving them the best life. This is also, and it sounds like really sad now, but this kind of would explain the timer to me a little bit. There's also like this phenomenon where like if two partners, basically like if one of them dies, the other one oftentimes, at least to my understanding, soon follows just because of, I guess, the emotional stress, right? Like stress has like a lot of effect on our body. Sad to hear it like that, but I could see that be a reading here. Anyway, I've yapped for 20 minutes. Let's do something else. Maybe cheer up. This is just an interpretation. I might be completely off about this. This might just be a metaphor for like all of it talked about, and this might not be a like an escapist fantasy, right? Like a coping mechanism. I see both of them as potential readings. I might be able to figure that one out at the very end. There are some things that don't really fit yet, like for example Hades. I mean, we could also still be like sick Or maybe we are currently working here and we are going to be unemployed at the end of the game. I don't know. Again, I'm not sure. This is just like me reaching at this point. But I think like a lot of the other points in this story do make a lot of sense if read like that. Right, and I could absolutely see... I think there were like other deaths in the family before, and like looking at Stella, right, like willing to help others, I could see that reading, right? Like you don't become a nurse just for the money, right? Anyway, let's see if I still got the voice down. You've got all the spices, right? Ah, it smells amazing. All right, let me give it a try. My stomach is basically a hot pepper at this point. I can handle it. Sure. I'm not sure if this is 100% going to work. You might be reading too much into it. Oh yeah, this is actually another thing that I need to finish. Beth has also talked about multiple people like joining the boat and like leaving constantly. This would make... Did you just jump away? Or did you just go to bed because I took too long? You probably just went to bed. It's too late. It was kind of funny how that happened. But yeah, it would make a lot more sense if she was like on the boat, right? Like in the hospital. And like we came in as a new nurse. And like she's talking about like all the people that were here before I was here, basically. Anyway, another package. Feedorama delivery package. This time I hope with like something in there, because last time I didn't get anything. From Feedorama headquarters. Burnt food? Dear Feedorama customer, here is your package. Feedorama employee 2322. I think that's the same employee. You know what? I don't like the service anymore. I'm gonna be completely honest. Food. Where's my food? Burnt food. I wanna at least read about it. Laksa first. A delicious spicy noodle soup that will cure any cold. Exotic soup. And burnt food. Well, at least you tried your best. Meal-sized snack. Dish type disgusting. Well, I hope, you know what, now with my new reading, I don't know if I could feed that to Mickey and Bruce. Gonna be completely honest. Yeah, Everything's always difficult once you start thinking about it stuff, right? Like, I should probably mention, like, I try to think about games, obviously, but I'm making silly voices while recording myself. It does not necessarily give me the most time to really think about stuff. Oftentimes when I think about stuff, it mainly is just because there was like a thought about a game. Like, that sounds really wrong. Obviously, I'm thinking about stuff in-game, but there are oftentimes like more minute details, at least to me, minute. Minute is probably the wrong word, but like subtler things that are happening that I'm completely missing, just because, first of all, I'm not great at reading a lot of social situations, but also just because... You know, I make silly voices. And the silly voices are important, okay? Otherwise, like, this is like part of my enjoyment. Anyway, do I still have seeds? I have one, but I do have like the new farm that's probably done, yeah. Right, like, I have like a lot of thoughts about that. Maybe my theory is going to be completely wrong at some point. Maybe there's going to be more stuff to confirm it. But the great thing about theories is oftentimes that, well... They're just a theory, right? Like a game theory, no? No, what I mean is basically, oftentimes a lot of art can be interpreted in different ways. But I think that this is, I guess, more on the obvious side of things, right? Obviously, there's like talk about stuff in like different tongues, let's call it, right? Where they're like not as explicit about it. But it makes so much more sense than trying to connect like everyone to like our family, right? Because there are like just too many people on board where I don't really see it. Especially like, again, Buck, for example. I have like no idea how we are connected to him. Same with like, yeah, with like Mickey and Bruce. There's probably like some connection I could make up, but it would, like, if everyone was like part of a hospital just, you know, that would make a lot of sense. And, you know, taking care of, I don't know if it would be typical for you to take care of like your family members when you are a nurse. I could see that be the case. I don't know what the oboe represents though. That might just be like a game mechanic. The spirit flower I could see as more like, once you say goodbye to people, you have like more time and like more beds that you can take care of. Like this is like, again, just like an interpretation here. I'm gonna put in like some honey, I guess. Honeyed eggs. It's probably just going to be something sweet. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I finished all of that. We still have to feed you something that might progress something else. It's going to be fine, right? And I still need to make sure that everyone else is getting their food in just the morning, right? Like that should be fine now. Okay, let's get that growing. I should feed you if I can. Yep, I should definitely have some of that and maybe some milk. Would still be great if I could feed you just some fruit because I have like a lot of fruit. I don't know. I always imagine that like apples would technically work, but hey, what do I know? How about you? You also need... I'm just gonna... Wait, I can't show you. But I can feed you some grains. I really need more seeds. Like I talked about wanting to get more before, but alas, it didn't work out. You know what? Part of me wants to go back to Hummingbird because I think Fidorama was there. Maybe I can talk to them and get... I forgot her name. I'm so sad. Like, so sorry about that, but I forgot her name. Like, our original worker at Fidorama back, because it would be nice to get something better than just burnt food. I don't know. But let's get you some food. That's fine. I've fed everyone, I hope. So I guess let's get sleeping. Because like we still have to like kill a little bit of time before Astrid's ready, I'm assuming. Right? Maybe Beth had something interesting to say in the morning. You know, once we give her some food. Would make a lot of sense, right? Anyway. I at least hope that I'm like through with like all my thoughts. The problem with like having thoughts in the shower is that I'm thinking about like a lot of stuff in the shower already. And by the time I am done, yeah, I want to go to Hummingbird work. I hope that works. By the time I'm done with like those thoughts, I already have like a lot of like basically a speech prepared, I'm gonna call it. And if I get like interrupted, I obviously am going to forget a little bit of stuff. But yeah. Anyway, let's get that going. 7 eggs, delicious. Did I ring the bell? I don't think I did. That's on me. Ring the bell, and then let's see if I can find Beth somewhere. She should be just here. Hey you, can I talk to you? Kind of. Give you the right food. Where's the Luxor? It's in here somewhere. I just have to find it. Oh wait, it's here. Delicious. Ah, it's just the right kind of tongue burning. I mean, that's incredible. You haven't lost your way around the kitchen. Wow. I can feel my sinuses clearing. Thank you, sweet pea. I suppose I got carried away a bit there. Sorry, there isn't any left for you. Don't worry. I'll make it up to you. I know. This was supposed to be a treat for you as well. Next time. Well then. Do you have a minute? Like I was saying, I've been having this dream. Don't worry, it's not a monster. I won't start telling you my dreams. Maybe a little. So in my dream, I was using a projector in archive room B2522. Then I was transported inside the images. The first image was, let's see. Oh, I remember. I went sightseeing in the city. We rented an apartment for the whole family. It was so luxurious. We had the whole week planned out. Museums, parks, restaurants. Obviously, Henry got sick on the first day. I remember staying by his side, knitting. The only thing he was able to do was draw. Poor thing. He was really obsessed with this cartoon show back then. It's probably just giant robots and men in tights. The apartment was somewhere in Old Central District. It was supposed to be our home away from home. For a week at least. Huh. And then, the whole time, I was eating a giant bag of sweet corn. That's dreams for you. They're always a bit foggy. Hopefully, if you can find that acetate, it will jog my memory a bit more. Thanks again, sweet pea. You're a lifesaver. So am I supposed to go to the old district then and check it out? I don't know. Also, the shroom has grown. Pluck. You have hands. Hi. Stanley? The starving feels... How are you bullied already? You want cherries? What's that? Is that? That thing has a fruit in it, doesn't it? Fruits are yucky. No thanks, big hat. Okay, you also don't like fruits. You would like grilled veggies. That smells really odd, big hat. Are those things veggies? Because they sure look like veggies. I don't eat veggies. Veggies are gross. Are you eating candy? I need to feed you something, I guess. Fruit candy. I have to do the dance. The dessert dance. I do it when I'm happy. I'll eat this delicious dessert. I mean, you're eating dessert right now. You don't look at the mud. Dessert first. It's dessert time. So yummy. Have a hug? Oh, look at that hug. Yeah. And it feels nice. Who are you? You like desserts? You do not like veggies, fruit? You probably don't like fish. I don't know. Feels bullied. Brings you useless garbage. Perfect. Whoa! Your head is so big. Man, look at that cat. Wow. Am I in the garden? Is this a boat on water? Oh, this is wild. Catch this. It was in the ground with me. See ya. Oh, boy. Okay. I don't know who you are, but I would assume a child. I don't know. Why am I plucking children out of the garden? I mean, that seems like a reasonable thing to do in the hospital, right? Okay. That's just a thing. I guess we have like 2 people in the guest home now. At least the guest home has like some use finally, right? Creme brulee. What else do I want to make? Pancakes again? Can I do something else? I could just make more egg salad. Olives? Sure. That reminds me, I should probably get some more oil, right? I've not used the new crusher yet, right? I should do that. You know, while I'm at it. Should be able to crush olives, yeah. Also, amazing savory veggies, add the pepper in the middle and you've got yourself a party. Can produce olive oil in the crusher, so I'm gonna do that. We should be getting more. Yeah, we are getting 2 each time, I'm assuming. So it's definitely worth it to get that upgrade. It's an amazing upgrade. I like everything that doubles, right? Like exponential growth and stuff. It's great. You know, imagine doubling it and then doubling it again for the next one, you know? But also taking it at the same time, right? Oh, I am so hungry. I'm not gonna talk to you because you're sitting. I'm starving here. I'm not being dramatic. You're being dramatic. Do you like bird food? No, I'm not gonna give you bird food, okay? You liked exotic stuff, but still like something else that you like. No, wait, acquired taste was also something you like. Mock rule. Anything with an acquired taste commands respect. Thank you, Stella, for this bold and daring meal. Here, have a hug. You know, I need like a lot of hugs after like thinking about like sad things too much today. Let's not make this a habit. Yeah. Otherwise, you are mostly fine, yeah. I still don't know your favorite meal. One day, maybe. What about you? Scout! You want some gruel? Food in my belly, now! Sure, you can also get some mock gruel. I hope you like that. Free grub! You still want to go on a vacation? Let's go to this vacation in Grey Mist Peaks. Sure, let's do that another time. Wait. Okay, I can't give you a hug now. Okay, let's look at the quest though. Project the Henry, 8 years old. Oh! We already have that one. Okay, this is like the one that we had already found. I thought there would be like a new one now. But first I need to also talk to Astrid, because we are at 5 out of 6. And I don't know where you are, and I need to at least give you something to eat. I don't want you to starve. I know, it's crazy. I don't want, you know, my potential patients slash spirits to starve. It's like a crazy idea here that this is just happening. I have no idea where you are, though. Oh, yeah. Yep, you are definitely hungry. Have a grilled fish. There's no hassle with plain food. That's right. This day is what I make of it. Yep, and you are getting a hug. You know, surprise hug while you're eating a sandwich. You know, you deserve it. After all the stuff you've been through. Good, I needed that. You're generally feeling fine. Not amazing, but fine. Alright, look at you. We can do that. Project this one. Look at you, knitting. Ah, look at that. That's not a giant robot. That's me. I look so young. Oh, wow. You're drawing me knitting on that chair. Oh, Henry. Growing up made such a sweetheart out of him. Before that, he was a little monster. The kind of kid who's noisy when the show is on, but calm during the commercials. One day, he just calmed down. It was strange. Overnight, he became his dad. Brilliant and quiet. Really quiet. He just he just retreated into his thoughts. What an odd thing to do. To think in your head at night. To, dream. Yeah, dream about it. Huh. Guess we're done here. Also food, there was something new. Oh, it's the olive oil. Essential olive-based fat. Sounds delicious. Just drink it all. How are you feeling right now? You don't need anything. Okay. I just wanted to check if like there's anything new for that bath, but I am not really sure what to make of her. Also, didn't I say I wanted to go like to the island and see? Oh, wait. Are you outside or inside? You're inside. Okay, wait. What are you doing? Sleeping? Oh, I don't know. Maybe later. How you recently hugged? You don't have like a place to stay. Ah! You woke me up. Your room is itchy. I don't like to sleep in here. Where should I sleep? The guest house? Yes. I could make it. Stanley's room. I get it. Thanks, big head. Sure. You seem very nervous. I do get that. I get that, you know, I guess, gesture. That is relatable. I was also like a quiet, weird kid. I'm still weird, and I don't know, not as quiet, like I like my voice sometimes carries, but I'm still rather introverted, so I still get that, right? But anyway, where was Fidorama? It was like over here, right? Like upstairs? Look at you. Was it like here? Hey! Are you enjoying our new service? The gang in marketing had a really swell idea. They thought, why spend all this time making meals in parts? Why not just assemble them for our customers? We actually took our motto to our heart. Productivity became our main focus. Anyway, Fidorama has been saving people so much money. And no one in their right mind would have to unsubscribe from our incredible services, especially with our expensive cancelling fee. What? Hey again, what? You really want to unsubscribe from our service? Alright then. We do have a cancelling fee that is pretty steep. You want to cancel your membership for 10,000? No. Good to hear. Once a Fidorama member, always a Fidorama member. How much money do I have? Do I really want to have like trash in the mail constantly? Hey again, what? You really want to unsubscribe? Sure, I want to. 10,000, yes. Ah, we are so sorry to see you go. Keep Fidorama in your heart always. No. Fidorama may have lost you, but Fidorama lives on. I don't think it's going to for a long time. I don't know. I just don't want trash in here. Look at you sitting. Ah, isn't it so relaxing? I could sit here for hours. Yeah, you sure could. Would be nice if, like, that sounds like weird, but like if it gave like a mood buff, because like, why are you sitting? I still don't get it. Like, why is that a buff? Like a mood buff, I'm gonna call it, right? Like, or like a mood reaction, whatever you wanna call it. It's just kind of silly. Anyway, we do have like a bunch of opals at this point, right? Like, now I think about it. Like, we can't really do something with like 2 of those, but at some point, maybe? I'm just not really sure what to do. I guess we really just have to wait for Astrid to, I guess, say goodbye. Oh, that's... Oh, wait, I did another voice. Oh, that smell. My sincerest apologies for pestering you. I need food. Anything really. Except for fruit or, like, veggies are actually fine. Cake. Humble thanks, Commander. The sustenance is right on time. My hunger was reaching level 1. I need to really keep you happy because, like, you are so sad. Like, I'm so sorry that you don't have a place to stay. But alas, I can't. You up here? Could I please talk to you? Huh. Huh. That's a... Huh? Oh, I was like confused here. This building looks so weird. Why? Guess home. Look, big head. I did what you told me. This guest house is now Stanley's room. But it's not entirely ready yet. I still need to find a bunch of stuff to make it nice. Wanna help? Well, could you? That would be great. I need some linen fabric. I'm making something. I can't tell you what it is. It's a secret. I do have some linen fabric. I hope it's going to be fun, and I hope you don't ruin it for everyone else. But like Bruce needs... Like, not Bruce. Buck needs a place to stay, okay? Oh! And it's the soft kind. Thank you so much, Big Cat. You're the best. I can't believe I'm on the ship. I heard a seagull earlier, I think. That's so cool. Well, I think. Might have been a pigeon or my stomach rumbling. But if it was, that was pretty awesome. Big boy's room. I don't even know. Is that's not really a shenanigan, right? Like, it should be here. Request completed? Sure. I should have probably looked at it, but I don't think I can use you anymore. Yeah, I'm sorry, Buck. Can't believe that you're getting bullied out of your only sleeping place. I can't really stop that, though. I'm sorry, like, my hands are tied. Also, Astrid, you're at 5 out of 6, so tomorrow might be the last day? Sustenance. Didn't I just give you something? Commander, never mind. Have some snacks, Stella. Do you want some? French fries? I mean, sure, that you just have them. That's great. Apparently, you know how to use the kitchen. I still can't sleep, right? No, I actually have to wait till sleep time. I for some reason sometimes forget, like, whether I get to sleep before proper sleep time. But I guess, you know, if you're working somewhere, you don't really get to sleep a lot, right? Anyway, there's a red chest here in Nordweiler. Are there other places I wanted to visit? We've gotten this chest. This one we need like another jump. I'm not sure if we can reach any new places. Hoseki Quarry? There's still a question mark in there. I'm not really sure about that one. Do I just go there? Like, I'm not really sure what to make of like the situation currently because we're waiting for Astrid. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I want to like chart too many courses. You know what? Let's... I know it sounds like weird, but let's get closer to the spirit door. Just in case I need... Wait, why am I going this way? Isn't there like a teleporter near the spirit? Yeah, there's one. So let's just get here to the bus stop. And that should be fine, right? And then, I don't know what I'm gonna do this night. I'm gonna water the plants. We need those seeds. It's important, okay? It's nice that we can use olive oil instead of like sunflower oil for like a lot of stuff. Also, Beth has something to say. That's great. Maybe making some progress here. Ah, Feedby. I do enjoy being on the spot. I've been wondering, would it be possible to build me a house? Please don't go that direction, okay? You remember, the kids and David and I lived on a farm. Yeah, we talked about this like multiple times already. I'm sorry. We had nature all around, with dogs and goats. It was a cozy little farmhouse. It wasn't much, but it was ours. Huh. Oh, my little farmhouse. That's right. It's right here. Well, a job well done is once again. Not everyone is good with houses. That's true. I just don't like that you are bringing that stuff up here. Here's some fire glow. I really don't like that, but, you know, again, life isn't always fair to everyone, and, like, it can be sad. Anyway, let's... The moment I get to you, the moment you still have to finish your spin, I don't get to teleport anymore. Wow. You are one mean bus driver. Also, like, somebody is... I hope Beth is not waiting outside, because that was, like, the Beth color, right? Yeah, okay, you are running around there. It's way too late for you, Beth, please. Don't just do that. Like, the moment I went to sleep, I should have paid attention to, like, the corner of my screen, I guess. Oh, wait, I need to... No. I need to first go through here, ring the bell, go over to Mr. Alexander. Good morning, yeah, let's go... You know what? We could also check out, like, this place still, right? Like, because there's, like, a lot of stuff still going. I'm just gonna go over here. Like, if I need to go somewhere else, I have a bus stop nearby. I just want to do, like, something, right? That's, like, my thought process here. And then I quickly, yeah, before somebody is talking again, I need to at least chart a course. I'm quite sure that I couldn't make progress here, but, you know, while I'm at it, let's just quickly, you know, check. It doesn't hurt. I think. It might hurt. Hi there! This place is missing something. Oh, I know. It needs to have a fancy decoration. You need something awesome. A treasure. Something that looks shiny and valuable. A tchotchke maybe? Anything. A gift. Please, big head. I do have some random things. You know what would be great? An old carpet. You could make like a fort of it. Wow! So cool. That's perfect. This is the last finishing touch to my masterpiece. My super special awesome secret room. It might look odd, but it hides many secret passages and other types of cool stuff. It's my home now. Don't worry, I clean all the stuff on the windows. Which reminds me, you had a ghost beetle in there, hiding in your sofa. You probably didn't notice him. Ghost beetles are a good thing, very good at hiding. But he's my friend now, and his name is Jacob. He told me he could see things no one else can. Jacob is cool. He's got superpowers. Wait. Is that how I get ectoplasm, if you can see ghost beetles? Maybe I'll play with him someday. Or I'll let you play with him someday. I can only interact like this. This is actually kind of cool. Request completed. But I need to talk to someone else. Oh. Hey, Beth. I know what I wanted to tell you. This man from my town was one of the 2 real estate agents around. He had just started and wanted to make an impression. He had a giant mustache and was always wearing a tuxedo. It was quite odd. Anyway, it turns out that he couldn't sell a house to save his life, but he was the lead salesperson at this district for 2 years straight. The local paper did a big story on him. They found out his wife was buying up all the properties. She had like 20 houses in her name. The whole neighborhood was nearly empty. She could afford it. Her dad had struck rich in oil. Just goes to show you, you can't judge a bias don't. Hey, I guess I'm just gonna say that you were tired because you stayed outside for so long. And nothing else bad is happening here, okay? Nothing else. How about you? Huh, good morning. How you feeling? Anything else that's plain? I don't really have like a lot of plain food actually. Small breakfast? Regular comfort food? What else did you like? You liked... Did I try comfort food with you? Some pork chops? I know I made them for Atul, but maybe you liked them. Huh, thank you, Munchkin. There's always been something particularly great about living all by yourself. There are things that are nice about that, yeah. I feel that would be inappropriate to get a hug. I guess so. How are you feeling in general? You are at day 5 out of 6? Maybe I need to get you ecstatic every day? Oh, look at the birds talking. The lack of food on this vessel is quite depressing. I know. Oh, thank you, Skipper. I'm just gonna give cherries out like whenever I don't wanna think about it. You know, as always, you have so many cherries. If only cherries made you, you know, that full that easily. Anyway, yeah, and I don't know, I need to like combine something. Onion, eel. I don't know, we need to make some dishes at least. You are still fine, you probably are hungry, right? Right, look at that big turn. Just doing it. Yeah, anything to... Back in next? Free grab, finally! Have a hug. You know, everyone gets a hug at some point, every once in a while. Alright, don't tell anyone. Yeah, I won't, I guess. You're still so ecstatic. If only you stop bullying the other patient, I mean the other visitors, whatever. Oh, I'm actually here. Okay, I am not sure, like I have the weird suspicion that I need to wait for the next day for Astrid. For anything to happen there. I thought I was already on 5 out of 6, but apparently I wasn't, or like I actually had to make like, get her like to the highest mood level. I'm quite sure, like I'm not here to mine stuff, I just wanna recheck. I think that that was the place where there was like something at the very top basically. I don't think there was like any bounceable space. Right, like there was only... Okay, I can't jump up here, that's just like the wire. Like, I think to the left there was like this one place I could actually climb now. And I did so before, but you kind of reach like a place where you can't really make any progress. If I recall correctly. Right, like you just end up here. We've been here before, yeah, it's kind of coming back to me, but like... Yeah, there was like something over here that was like a miss, I guess. I can't even grab that rope. That's on me. Okay, let's try this again. To be fair, I still don't really know how, I guess... See, that's a platform over there. I don't know how to reach you. I don't think that there's a good way to do that. There's nothing over there, and I don't know if there's like a way, maybe from the right. Maybe I'm thinking this, and there's like something I should check on the right side. Right, like that. There could always be something. I can't go through here though. Because if there isn't, then I am really stumped unless there's like a triple jump. That's like the only thing that I'm currently still seeing that could make sense. Again, I'm not gonna, you know, mine anything. I have enough for now. Don't really care enough. Nothing over here. Like, if there is a way to go through there, then there's probably going to be like a wire. Because like we have this wire, we've been here though. We've been here before. And I don't think that there's like much else up here. Like there's nothing, there's something in this wall, okay? There's a chest. Okay, a diamond, I missed this one. That's nice that I am actually finding something. I just need to pay more attention to like the wires in general, right? And I should, if there's like a connection here, then it would be somewhere here, right? But I don't really see a way to go down here, and I don't think there's I want to go up. Right, I'm just checking like a lot of the ceiling as well, you know, just in case. But I think that this is kind of the end. We had this place. Yeah, this is like the place with the bookshelves, right? We've been here before, huh? Just sitting here, huh? Isn't this so relaxing? Yeah, it is. No, get out. And remember, not telling. Yeah, I'm not telling anyone. That was like part of the deal, and you paid me handsomely. Well, I guess... this is it then. I don't know how to make the last bit of a jump. If there's like something going on, then again, I might just need like another upgrade. In like my theory, again, triple jump, or like I need to figure out how this head thing works, because otherwise I cannot get high enough. Unless there's like a fake floor here somewhere that I could just go through, but I don't think that this exists. Oh wait, like I should probably do it right? Like you have to actually press the A key while holding down, but I don't think that this is going to work, right? Yeah, I kind of assumed as much. So let's get going, right? Like I'm still gonna check like most of the walls, just like one more time. But I don't think that this is going to work. And again, like this is also not going anywhere. Can I see something in the corner? No, this is just like my light reflecting. I wasn't sure, but I don't think that there's really anything to do. At least we found like another chest, but there's still like the last chest that I just cannot reach. I don't know how I would do that. Maybe there's like something with the wires. Maybe there's like something else that's really cool. I guess we're going to figure that one out another time. Okay, there's another thing, because I still think that just because like the weather phenomena had like something to do with like this world, maybe now that I have this little shroom guy, maybe these do something? I don't know where I would find, because he did say that he would lend his, like us his friend, I guess. Psst. Sweet pea, you've probably wondered where I've been lately. I've been hiding out in my house. I didn't want to come out. Just like in a small town, words gets around, and then the gossip starts. My walls are not that thick. I can still hear people talking about me. This kind of thing, unwarranted gossip, I mean. It happened all the time back in town. People don't seem to change. One of my good friends was always the nicest to me. She would always praise my hairstyle or the way I dressed. The compliments were always coming. And this was when I had just lost my brother. You remember? I told you that story about that sudden brain aneurysm. Poor thing. Taking the dog for a walk then, poof, on the ground. Well, it was just around that time. One day, I was at her house for a garden party, and we had to leave early. My husband wasn't feeling too well. Too many cocktails. He was such a lightweight. Well, we left quite suddenly, but I had forgotten my purse. I came back not 15 minutes later, and from the sidewalk I could hear, well, she was talking behind my back. Talking about how I wore the same dress at 2 parties in a row. She said it in a very offhanded way, like she was stating a fact. Everyone knows that. She should know better then. That's what I remember. The way it made me feel, I didn't like it. This is how I feel now. Nobody likes to be kicked when they're down. I've been feeling like I'm losing my mind. And on top of that, other people on this boat have been talking about me behind my back. I don't want to put yourself in a delicate situation, but could you help? Maybe do the rounds and see for yourself what's going on. I would appreciate it. Thank you, Sweet Pea. Dish the dirt. I mean, I could definitely look into that. Cherries? Thank you. Yum. Some fire glow. Yum, 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 yum. Okay, and my shroomy friend, you know, has something to say. Also, Astrid? Oh, 2 at the same time. Wait, am I seeing a spirit? I need to focus on something, right? Like, nearing the end of the episode, maybe we should focus on Astrid for now. Oh, Munchkin, I am so tired. So old. I can't do this anymore. I can't go much further. Will you do me a favor? Please, bring me there, sweetheart. Bring me to where it ends. Well, I expected as much. I mean, do I have noodle soup? I guess I don't right now, but hey, have a hug. I would love to give you like a noodle soup for, you know, the last journey. Good, I need that. New request, lovers for life? Oh, bring Astrid to the Emador. It's just like the title here. I was thinking about like something else. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with my shroomy friend in a bit. I feel like we are kind of at the end of the episode. But I think it would also be a fitting moment to say goodbye. Problem obviously being I'm like kind of far from a teleporter now. That's slightly off. Let's try this again. I'm just gonna do safe travel. I don't know what's going to happen, but you know, let's do some safe travel. Do I have noodle soup? Because I would like to, like, I'm gonna take until tomorrow anyway. But do I have some noodle soup? I do have some noodle soup. Okay, this is like the one thing I really want to do still. And again, I'm gonna ignore the other guy for just a second. You know, that's just kinda how it happens. You know what? I'm gonna skip ahead until I am, you know, approaching the Everdor. So we're actually near the Everdor now. I'm just gonna, you know, rest until morning. For obvious reasons, I just, you know, drove away from Alex a little bit. I hope that I can at least give, you know, Astrid like a last proper meal. I think that's just fair, right? Like, I didn't get to do it with, like, Atul. But it is kind of, you know, I guess part of the tradition to do that. And I think it's, like, again, very reasonable to at least get someone to be happy, right? Like, last few nice memories. Like, we don't really know what's happening. Probably, you know, post-death, not a lot, let's be honest. At least to our current understanding of the world. But hey, maybe there's, right? Like, maybe there's more. I had, like, a really weird dream, actually, today. Because, like, I've been playing a lot recently. Again, I'm thinking about the game and... Okay, you're still not hungry. I'm gonna wait a little bit before we do anything else. But I had like a really weird dream about this game, actually, where basically the Everdor was basically like a door, actually, right? Like, I just went through that, like, in the game, and like the spirits that we said goodbye to were just basically waiting there, right? I don't know. It was really weird. Like, I really rarely, I guess, dream about the games I'm playing, right? Like, my dreams are generally like weird in other ways. I have a strawberry. Ah, thank you. Yum, 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 yum. And some fire glow. I mean, that's reasonable. Again, I'm gonna make my rounds here, and once I've given everyone their food, I'm not gonna talk to, you know, my shroomy friend there. You're also fine. And you probably don't want to do anything besides the vacation? Huh. Gustav, you're probably, yeah, you're at least a little hungry. Oh, thank you, Skipper. So nourishing. Gossip, you say? Oh yeah, that's a part of the other quiz. About Beverly? Well, Stella, while bad-mouthing and hearsay are, sadly, deeply rooted parasites in the artistic world, let me reassure you, I will not, do not, and never did partake in them. Besides, I'm far too busy with my endeavors. Yep, that's like a man of commitment and sheer force of will, and not a body that keeps up, sadly, to my understanding, so, But I guess we are going to deal with that, like, in the near future. For now, I'm just waiting around till Astrid wants a meal. You still don't want a meal. Okay, what do I do until then? That's like kind of awkward. Shouldn't have given Astrid food. Why am I doing something like that? Wow. People should just be starving on my ship. Okay, I'm just gonna skip ahead until then, I guess. I'm just gonna, you know, I guess water the plants. And here we are. One last meal. Where's the noodle soup? It's like further down, right? Now, this is how you make noodle soup, Munchkin. You've made my favorite again. You're such a sweetheart. Well, I try. That would not be, you know, Beverly. I've too much pride to insult someone I barely know. You know, we should at least get, like, some notes from Astrid before she leaves. Well, let's just leave it at that. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna, you know, leave you to it for just a second. I need to chart a course. And it's going to be a last one at the Everdor. Beth is definitely having some thoughts, but we're going to deal with that like in future. Oh, look at you just walking about. It's so rare just to see Gustav walking, right? Like most of the time he's either jumping or just sitting in his home. But I guess we see the red waters. While I'm at it, by the way, is there something else I can improve? I feel like I can't, right? Can I improve this one now? No. I can't even interact with it anymore. That's funny. But yeah, I guess this is everything I can do now. Now I just have to wait. Wait for Astrid to get ready. Because we are at the door after all. I hope. Yeah, we are at the door after all. Astrid just kind of leaving. I was so confused there for a second. Why are you going up now? Where are you going? Did you forget something at home? I mean, also very reasonable. Stella. Ah, we finally arrived. I feel so weak. Can we go now? That's why I'm here for. Okay. Let's do this. I can't hold it any longer. Okay. One last march. Down. I guess down all the ladders. I want to say down the stairs, but we don't really have stairs. You know, I've been also thinking about this because... How do I put it? Like the situation with Giovanni and Astrid. Like, I'm obviously someone who values the truth quite a lot, but I'm also like young enough that it, like the truth kind of impacts me for a long time still, right? Like if, how do I put it? Like if I had a hypothetical partner who cheated on me and I didn't get, like nobody told me, I would still have to deal with that probably for years down the line. In Astrid and Giovanni's case, it was like days. And should I've kept quiet, not for Giovanni's sake, but Astrid's? And here's the truth, I don't actually know the answer, right? Like, I value truth too much to just say, oh, maybe it should have been, you know, the other way, right? Because it's like such an, I guess, axiom of my, like, belief system, but that's, like, it's definitely the right thing to be truthful, but is it the nice thing, right? I don't know. We should go. Yeah, we should. Anyone starving here before I leave? Real quick. You guys are also fine. And Beth, you're probably fine after Blueberry. Yum, yum. Nice noises to leave the boat for. And at that point, we row our boat. I don't think it's wise to live that long, Munchkin. Good thing I've never been that wise. But boy, am I old. And being this old is disappointing. You just end up being ugly on the outside. And rotten on the inside. And it hurts so much. Life is suffering. It is hard. The world is cursed. But still, you find reasons to keep on living. I don't regret a thing, you know. I don't regret the struggles. I don't regret the hardships, the pain, the sorrow. And I've seen so much of it. But still, I don't regret what I've done or how I've lived my life. I just wish the world had been a better place. A better place for them, for us. But surely a better place for you, my dear. I feel like a vast vessel, with so many dusty rooms and cabins. I have so many of them. So many memories. Some of them are gone, but some of them will live on forever. In you, in others. I remember their faces as they trembled in fear. I remember their houses and the parties they threw. I remember their songs and their love. I remember their touch, their warmth. It's all fading away now, Munchkin. It's fading away. It's all grey, all white, all foggy. Is it all gone already? I don't see much anymore. You're still here with me, aren't you? You're still here, Stella. Don't you forget about me, please. I don't care about anyone else. But you? Don't you forget about me. I'm telling you. I'll come back and haunt you if you do. I can feel it coming. Goodbye, Stella. Just follow your heart and keep smiling. Look at that proud mane. And now she's gone. Request completed. Lovers for life. And with that, we're back down to 4. Or at least quests. And we have one more flower to pick up. I'm gonna ignore you, I'm sorry, Beth. Look at that. It's the flower she had on her head. Spirit flower. Where do I have it? Spirit flower. A bright, mellow flower. Astrid spirit flower. And it sure can and will be used to upgrade your boat. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed this episode. You know, sometimes, you know, life doesn't work out that way, but... You know, I think Astrid is right about, like, the idea that your memories are going to live on. Like, we talked about how... I guess people are not going to remember the embarrassing things you did. You are only going to be the only one to properly remember those, let's be honest. At least for the most part. But they do remember how you made them feel, right? But in any case, I hope you enjoyed the episode. And I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.